But this story matters. Washington Times, exclusive. Biden team colluded with Iran to foil Trump diplomacy, by Ben Wolfgang and Guy Taylor, Washington Times. Ladies and gentlemen, none of this is surprising. What is surprising is how openly, in contempt, liberals and Democrats, how the contempt for our justice system they have. We just lived, am I wrong, Joe? Through a 5-year witch hunt of Lieutenant General Mike Flynn under the ridiculous allegation that he contacted a Russian ambassador in violation of the Logan Act. I'll get to what the Logan Act is in a minute. But the gist of it is this. As a private citizen, you shouldn't negotiate with foreign governments without the permission of our government, right? You get that?
Right.
Mike Flynn went through a 5-year disaster where the full weight and force of the United States government was thrown at him because allegedly he communicated with a foreign government. Yet what's really weird is the Democrats do it openly with enemies of the United States. And not only does nothing happen, John Kerry gets an appointment as the climate czar. Ladies and gentlemen, justice is dead in this country. Bury it. It's over. There is no justice system. None. There's no court system. There's more I have to say on that later, too. A case that involved me. In time. In time. Justice is dead. Read this from the Washington Post. John Kerry meeting with enemies of the United States during the Trump administration. The attempted counter-diplomacy offers a window into the deep relationships Iran's Zarif forged with influential U.S. liberals over the past decade. These relationships blossom. It's like a dating game here into what high-level national security and intelligence sources say allowed the Iranian regime to bypass Mr. Trump and work directly with Obama administration veterans that Tehran, or if you want to be as official, so Tehran, they always said, hope they would soon return to peace. It's Tehran. It's Tehran. You don't have to sound so pretentious. One of those was former Secretary of State John Kerry, who met with Zarif during the Trump years. So did, it's not just Kerry, Joe, not just Kerry. So did Obama-era Energy Secretary Ernest Moniz. They, along with Mr. Malley, were top U.S. negotiators of the 2015 JCPOA. As part of the deal, Tehran promised to limit its nuclear enrichment activities in exchange for economic sanctions relief and tens of billions of dollars in frozen bank accounts. We were just told, I thought over 5 years, we were told that the Logan Act, if you dare to negotiate with a foreign government doesn't even have to be an enemy of the United States, like the death to America Iranians. I thought we were told, Joe, that's a federal offense. Here is the actual Logan Act, in case you think I'm making this up. Hat tip, Cornell law. The Logan Act, 18 U.S.C. 953, makes it illegal for U.S. citizens to engage in unauthorized foreign diplomacy, including to influence the measures or conduct of any foreign government, or to defeat the measures of the United States. Sounds like exactly what John Kerry and Ernest Moniz did.
Yeah.
Why aren't they being investigated or prosecuted? Well, number one, let's be honest. The Logan Act is probably unconstitutional. There's a 99% chance it would get thrown out immediately. You may say, so Dan, if you're recommending that they investigate John Kerry and Ernest Moniz for violations of the Logan Act, you just said it'd be unconstitutional. Yeah, it is. It is. It'll probably be thrown out. But that's not the point. New rules, right? You remember my new rules show? The new rules are the Logan Act is to be used as a viable enforcement tool to keep people from doing what John Kerry did. They used it to prosecute Mike Flynn. So if justice is justice and the U.S. Justice Department actually believes the Logan Act is real because they tried to prosecute Mike Flynn for it, then why aren't they interviewing at a minimum John Kerry and Ernest Moniz? The answer is because justice is dead. Bury it. Justice is blind. Justice is blind to Democrats, just not to Republicans. You may say, Dan, that sounds like an unprincipled decision. No, it's principled, all right. You're saying it's unconstitutional. Yeah, let's test that out. Justice Department just told us after their prosecution of Mike Flynn that it was necessary to enforce the Logan Act. Now what, a Democrat's in office and it's no longer necessary? Why is that? Oh, because they're a Democrat. The only way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm contemplating what I'm going to talk about in CPAC this weekend, but I'm strongly considering going over Alinsky's rules. The dreaded Saul Alinsky. But his rules work. And what's one of his rules? We've been discussing. we've been discussing over the last few weeks. Make your political opponents live by their own rules, folks. The Democrats' rules during the Trump years were the Logan Act is real. Okay, we're going to make you live by those rules. See how you like it. Of course, nobody will, because justice is dead. Bury it. Stick a fork in it.